What's up, people? Yeah, as you can see, I can see it, but you can't if you're listening to this most recent podcast. I still got a long list of content that I gotta edit, and it's been so long. I know it's been a very busy last week, and especially this past weekend. Mind you, this past weekend I've been so busy that I was only able to make one video where I was by the T-Mobile Arena, for on that day of the NBA Cup semifinals game. I reflected, on the Lakers versus Spurs quarterfinals game of that NBA Cup, and about why they seemed disinterested in winning it, and I didn't care for it, right? And they didn't care for it as well. So I talked about that. That was the only thing I talked about. While I was out of town for at least a couple of nights, or technically only like one day, I spent all trip long just making these templates right here, if you want to see them real quick. So my goal was I wanted to make these new templates as well, where while I have the current ones where I show all of my ex-close, I want to say popster friends, because some of them are Julie Angels as well. But I just thought I made, these new templates for, my fangirl friends, or, that I've had for a long time. And I just said, one was like based on the age group, right? And so those are the ones that I'm currently using. But here this time I decided to mix them all up. Notice how I have the picture. This template you're seeing right now has me as obviously I'm there, right? Christine and Shire are there, and Rhea and Joy and Marielle and Eliza. These are this time it's like mixing the age group this time. So again, my current templates have my friends, my lady friends from based on age group, right? But this time I decided to create templates that are mixing the age groups. So as you can see here, the same one, but more people as well. And some of the people here are not in the current templates, like Princess Asher right there, and Miss Crazy, aka Cherry Ann, on the very right. They both were not in the current templates, and also Jessica. I don't think Judy Lynn was in there either. So there's more people here. And Krista looks so different in this one. And she's like right in between Angel and Tertia, just glasses on. Oh damn, she's grown. She looks more mature and still pretty to this day. I still miss her. And you see this other template right here as well. This time I'm mixing. I know I have one template that has all my idols, like Malika Andrews, and like Julia Montez, Erich, Sarah. This time I'm mixing them, mixing a couple of them in, like Empress, Malika, and I have Eliza Pineda here right next to me. Yeah, we look like a couple, don't we? Yeah, she's one of my idols, all right. This time I decided to mix, these idols in with some of my ex-close friends. The thing different here than I had on the other one was I have the specific dates. As you can see, 2015 and 2024. That's on all three of them. So I had it in the first two that I made. They're all in that same date range. So here I have Monica and Joanne Carell and Glenn. So I got more of them in here. I might make another one pretty soon, but we'll see. But you can see the next one here. The next two are actually my current friends, and you can see right here the difference is it's still standing strong. These are the friends I still have. And yes, I included part Joy, who's right next to Ray, because after I did my birthday craft for her, it seems like we just made up. Now I have not talked to her in a long time, but I don't want to get to a point where we start talking again and she's gonna continue seeing me in my worst, which even after this trip, it's like a temporary getaway, but it has not completely rid my worst yet until I'm out of that dump, which I'm going back to today, unfortunately. But yeah, I threw in part joy in there because, pretty soon, I know she's still in my exclusive memorial wall, but she's gonna stay there for the rest of the year. I can't really do anything about it because it's too late for me to make any changes, right? That thing was done before December. So, but for the most part, she and I just made up, and we're good again, right? And as you can see right here, guys like Eugene, they got Russ right next to IU, his idol. Also Mari's idol. See Mari next to me, and also next to her idol IU, and Russ as well. That's a small world right there, you know what I'm saying? And they got Carlos and Sarah there. They got Boss on the very left. Me and Sam and Mari. How cute are we, aren't we? Wish we got to put the hearts in there. Too bad. It's okay. I see it right here in this next one with, yeah. I like this one a lot too. You got Ivanka right there standing out because as if like he was taking a selfie of all of the rest of us here. Also still standing strong. You got Cheska on the very right. Eric here this time. Where's Eresha? Here we got the hearts of Sam and Mario looks so sexy here. Myself, right? And we got Mary Jane. It's also sexy here as well, So, yep, those are the new templates I have. I'm going to start using them as soon as I get to editing all the past content I'm still left behind in. But for now, I'm just using one of the current ones before I get to this. So, yeah, I don't want to spend too long on doing this. I'm making a topic about these templates because I do want to get to a more serious topic, which does regard the Chiefs and their playoff hopes just officially having ended. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm not a Chiefs fan at all by any means, and I mean, I don't really want to disguise myself as a solid Chiefs hater like my the front desk is at my work. I know she's a solid Chiefs hater and also a Panthers fan, but damn, I'm sure like when they come in, she's gonna be so happy to see them just out of the playoffs. And I mean, like after I saw that they lost to who did they lose to, the Texans? I was like, man, they just gotta win 4 straight, which is gonna be hard to do. And I would not have counted them out, even though they seem to be out of the playoff picture, even though they were not officially out yet. But they still had a chance, but they just had to win 4 straight because it would have to take the Bills, who did beat the Patriots. That was a very competitive and good game, since the Patriots were on a 10-game winning streak, and only for that streak to be finally snapped by the Bills, who have yet to get into the Super Bowl. And I'm pretty sure now that the Chiefs are officially out of the playoffs, this would be Josh Allen and the Bills' time to shine, to finally get there. Because every time they're in the playoffs, they get eliminated every time they go against the Chiefs. It's unfair, but I mean, they always face them in the playoffs. So now that they're gone, they got their time to shine this time. So give me a second. So now when the Bills get into the playoffs, I mean, this should really be their time. I mean, they should get into the Super Bowl already, now that the Chiefs are out. Because the Chiefs are like the kryptonite, you know what I'm saying? Much like when it comes to the Bengals versus Chiefs, the Bengals are the Chiefs' kryptonite. So, I mean, the Bills the door is over for the Bills this time, and I really do hope they get a chance to get to the Super Bowl. I've been rooting for them against the Chiefs every time, they're in the playoffs. So, this no doubt, this has to be their chance, especially for Josh Allen to win Super Bowl and the Super Bowl MVP, right? All right, so yeah, in regards to the Chiefs, man, last night, well, one of their defensive guys got injured. That was like in the beginning of the game, and the Chiefs were up 13-3, and they did not score after that. So the rest of the game, the Chargers just they just went on like a freaking like 13-0 run, and they eventually ended up taking the lead 16-13. And the Chiefs just offensively, man, there's just like turnover after turnover after turnover, man. Patrick Mahomes, the wizard that he's been these years, man, just looks so pedestrian. And not only that, his season had to end early to where he had a torn ACL. What was it? Torn Achilles, from what I heard. Yeah, that's it for him. Not the way for the season to end for the Chiefs, man. And I would like to listen to the guys from First Things First. No, I have not listened to those guys as much as it did like last year. This year I was more about Gil's Arena and their basketball stuff, right? Really enjoying their passion and their spirit, even though some of their takes are just stupid as hell. It just makes it so funny to still watch, you know. But First Things First, man, I'm gonna tune in later on to hear what those guys have to say, because I know they're probably gonna be devastated as hell. I'm talking about Nick Wright, Chris Broussard, and Kevin Wildes. So yeah, I'm gonna tune in, because you know they're all about the never a doubt, and then all of a sudden the team is officially eliminated. I wonder how old Patrick Mahomes is. He's still pretty young, isn't he? So I mean, for him to suffer that Achilles injury, man, oh my God. Yeah, there's no reason for him to play in the next couple of games since they got eliminated. So don't even try. And Travis Kelce, he's on his last legs, man. I mean, for as good as he's been all these years, yeah, it's time for this team to blow up. And you know, I'm not really an avid Chiefs hater like that. I mean, I only see myself hating on them if they win games like how the Warriors would win their games. And by the way, the Warriors are also washed up, dude. I mean, if the Warriors are also eliminated from the playoffs, and I'm talking about like the entire postseason party, which includes the play-in tournament, if they get eliminated from that, that's something to talk about. Both dynasties done, and also both teams out of the playoff picture, like entirely. But yeah, man, this is devastating for the Chiefs, dude. I just thought I'd share this out there. And, you know, Patrick Mahomes, I mean, they just came from like 3 straight finals, aka the Super Bowl appearances. And yes, they did win 3 in general, also the one in 2020. And they just had back-to-back titles. So it's not their season, man. Now, we'll see how they are next year. I don't know if they're going to blow up this team and all that, but, you know, we'll just have to see how it goes. And, you know, I hope, I mean, I don't really care, but, you know, maybe next season they'll bounce back, but I don't know. Will they keep this entire core, or are they going to break up the whole core? So I'll have to find out about that, but really sorry for Chiefs Nation, man. I mean, I'm not really going to be one of those people to be all that happy like my friend Des is gonna be when I come in to my work, and she'd be like, yeah, it's so glorious. But yeah, I really feel sorry for them. But yeah, as a Raiders fan, you know, it's devastating the way that it ended for them. So I mean, I wanted them to be in the playoffs, so you know, maybe they can lose in the playoffs too, but this is just way too shocking. But anyways, I'm gonna leave it at that. So I got some past content to drop, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna use these new templates. So yep, tell me what you guys think. Peace out.